Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Thursday, October 10th, 2024. A Yucca Valley man arrested for investigation into vandalism was also identified as the suspect in a domestic violence incident from July. On Sunday at around 6:30 p.m., sheriff's deputies from the Morongo Basin Station responded to a call of malicious mischief or vandalism in the 64,100 block of Sunflower Road in Joshua Tree. There, they contacted a suspect in the vandalism, Nakota Pardee, a 27-year-old resident of Yucca Valley. Pardee was also identified by deputies as the suspect in a domestic violence incident that occurred on July 6th. The status of the victim in the domestic violence incident was not immediately available. Nakota Pardee was arrested on suspicion of inflicting corporal injury on a spouse or date, assault with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, attempting to dissuade a witness, and felony vandalism, and he is being held without bail. Pardee pled not guilty to 6 felony charges at an arraignment in San Bernardino County's Superior Court yesterday. Pardee was arrested on suspicion of domestic assault in 2017. San Bernardino County recently received $11 million from the state to put towards homelessness initiatives. But how will that money be used? On last week's episode of the Z107.7 Up Close show, host Gary Daigneault had a lengthy conversation about homelessness in our county with Don Rao, the chairman of the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors, Dr. Georgina Yoshioka, Director of County Behavioral Health, and Diane Rundle, the Assistant Executive Director for San Bernardino County. When asked if efforts to alleviate homelessness have ramped up in the last several years, Rundle said,
And I think there's a level of pressure for folks to solve this problem. We can't just let it exacerbate. And, we look to our neighbor at LA County and we look at the problems that they face with homelessness, and they're almost overwhelmed at this point with the issue and how to solve it. And we don't want to get to that place. We know that Inland Empire is growing. We know this county is growing and expanding. And with that, some of the challenges will grow with it. Our leadership all supports really being more proactive and preventative and getting ahead of the problem, having solutions and capacity to get ahead of the problem so that it doesn't exacerbate, it doesn't become greater. But with growth in the population, so do other things grow, right, in the community, and it comes with the territory.
Supervisor Rao discussed $11 million coming to the county from the state government. Daigneault asked if the state's money hinges on the immediate clearing of encampments, which is an initiative championed by Governor Gavin Newsom. Dundle said,
Portion of it is providing relief, temporary housing. We even have some line items in there for tiny homes. And so there's a number of different resources and streams for funding that we're really excited to have access to continue to build our capacity. So the Office of Homeless Services, Community Development and Housing are focusing on that capacity building, but also on the intervention and resources. Overall, as a county, we have multidisciplinary teams that go out there, and before any kind of clearing takes place, we try to do some intervention and some case management.
So you're not just going to show up with a truck and take it all
down? That's a nice concept, but it's not super effective. We have to deal with the problems in front of us, and we have to, take out the Swiss Army knife, if you will, to address the problem. There's no one solution. There's no one size fits all.
You can hear their full conversation by listening to the Z107.7 Up Close show as a podcast at our website, Z107.7fm.com, or wherever you get your podcasts. As we begin a new school year, parents, teachers, and administrators are dealing with a batch of new state requirements for public education. Bans on cell phones, no suspensions, guaranteed recess, and more. On this week's Up Close show with host Gary Daigneault, Morongo Unified's Amy Woods, Chris Clare, and David Daniels will break down the new laws and challenges they're facing a new school year with new laws this Friday, tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Z107.7, or available later as a podcast at Z107.7fm.com. This weekend, the Friends of the Big Morongo Canyon Preserve will conduct a volunteer recruitment event in Covington Park's multi-purpose room. The event is Saturday at 1 p.m. Reporter Gabriel Hart takes a closer look at the positions they're looking to fill.
Get to know the Friends of Big Morongo Canyon Preserve's mission and learn how you can make a real difference in our community. Join any of their 5 volunteer teams based on your skills and experience with no minimum hours required. Just give to the preserve what you can. The preserve's 5 volunteer teams include kiosk and visitor experience ambassadors, the first point of contact for visitors, native plant and pollinator gardeners, who maintain the gardens and plants in their irrigation systems while keeping the trails raked and clean, education docents, who participate in the outdoor educational programs for children, trails and maintenance, who walk the trails and report and repair any damage, and birdwalk leaders, who greet visiting bird watchers and upload sightings to the database. For more information, contact Kevin Wong, Executive Director, at 760-792-1843, or visit their website at bigmorongo.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
Back by popular demand, the High Desert Nature Museum is running a new series of STEM workshops designed to ignite curiosity and inspire young minds through fun, interactive projects and hands-on experiments. Children ages 9 to 12 will have the opportunity to investigate the fundamentals of modern science and technology through projects that bring scientific principles to life and demonstrate their real-world applications. The sessions begin this Saturday and recur every second Saturday of the month through March. There is a $10 registration fee, and each workshop size is limited, so register ahead of time at highdesertnaturemuseum.org or in person at the High Desert Nature Museum. Graffiti art is about self-expression, emotions, ideas, and boldness. In this 2-hour art project at the 29 Palms Art Gallery, young artists will create their name, nickname, and last name using graffiti-style lettering and supplies. If your child is interested in this class happening this weekend, here is Hillary Sloan with the details.
On Saturday, October 19th, the 29 Palms Art Gallery holds a graffiti-making class for youth aged 10 and up. Young artists will learn the basics of lettering and then add their creativity. They will incorporate their favorite colors, sports, foods, activities, and interests within the name while using basic lettering techniques such as bubble letters, block letters, 3D letters with shadows, and overlapping letters. The students will be encouraged to practice highlights, drop shadows, and a variety in line weight, arrows, and paint drips. Paints, markers, graphite, heavyweight paper, or canvas will be supplied. Class size is limited to 10. Students should eat before they arrive and bring a container of water. The instructor is Joanna Fudchuk Garcia. 29 Palms Art Gallery is located at 74055 Cottonwood Drive at National Park Drive in 29 Palms. For a link to register, see this story at Z107.7fm.com. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
The 29 Palms High School Lady Cats volleyball teams were hosts to the Rajas of Indio High School last night, and tough battles were lost. The junior varsity team lost in 2. Lily Romero put down 5 kills and 1 ace serve. In varsity action, the Cats were point for point with the Rajas, but fell just short of the wins, losing in 4. Senior Jenica Silvas led the team with 6 kills, 3 aces, 5 assists, and 19 digs. Sophomore Vivian Grunt had 4 kills, 3 aces, 1 assist, and solid defense with 21 digs. The Lady Cats will host the Trojans of Yucca Valley High School on Monday. The theme of the game is camo, and it is also senior night, where seniors will be honored shortly after the JV team ends and before the varsity game starts. And finally, the Yucca Valley High School cross-country team ran their 4th meet of the year yesterday at the Desert Valley League pre-meet at Xavier Prep in Palm Desert. Tyler Williams broke his goal of 20 minutes. Jason Montalvo ran his first race of the season. Coach Patrick Francis said that the boys did their best in 102-degree conditions, adding, "This is the best league times we have put up in 5 years for cross-country boys." That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.